Touchdown Friday Night is sponsored by these local businesses.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Touchdown Friday Night, one of the largest high school football shows in Tennessee and Virginia. I'm Kenny Hawkins, along with my tag team partner, Nick Dugan. Tonight, we got 15 games on tap from Northeast Tennessee to Southwest Virginia, but here's what's amazing. 18 teams were off tonight. What's going on? Nobody told us what was going on. I guess there's a party. They didn't invite us.
That's right. We got to be here, Kenny.
Exactly. So, our party, before we get it started, here's Nick with the Meade Tractor Top Tackle of the Night.
Top Tackle of the Night is brought to you by Meade Tractor.
Kenny, our top tackle of the night comes from Betsy. The Cyclones hosting volunteer Cameron Baker gives the Falcons a very warm welcome. Absolutely blowing up this screen pass. You want to talk about a form tackle, Kenny? That's how it looks in the dictionary right there.
Don't hurt him, Cam.
Oh, Betsy rolls, and Baker earns our top tackle of the night.
Thanks, Nick. We start in Gray, where Share first place of the Region 1 5A was on the line tonight. With second place, Daniel Boone hosted league-leading Sevier County, who was coming off an overtime victory over Morristown West just last week. A tough task was made even harder for the Blazers, who were playing without starting quarterback Luke Jenkins and backup quarterback Aiden Reiner. The game was tied with just 25 seconds left until halftime, and the Smoky Bears' Malachi Pate dives in from a yard out. That made it 14-7. Pate would add to that lead in the third quarter when he sweeps left, takes it in for the score. Smoky Bears led 21-7. Jeremy Jenkins' team kept fighting, though. Jude Hensley with a nice edge. Hey, Jude. Rush sack Sevier County Cooper Newman. Hensley would get to Newman for another sack, this time with the help of Garrett Dedrick, but it would not be enough. The Blazers fall to the Smoky Bears tonight, 24-7.
Our kids played hard. You know, we're never going to make any excuses. You know, injuries is part of football. You just got to keep going, and hopefully we'll get them reevaluated and see what the deal is. Got to come back ready to go. Got signed sealed next week. So hats off to Sevier County, good quality football team. That puts them number one in our league. You know, our kids played hard all the way to the end, and we'll come back and get ready for next week.
Yeah, I think the win, Sevier County goes to like 7 wins. I think they capture the region with that victory over Daniel Boone tonight, 24-7. It was also Unicoi County beating Claiborne by the final 41-32. A win over David Crockett and Morristown West will host a home playoff game. First quarter, West starting strong. Landon Howard with a short touchdown run, and the Trojans led this contest 6-0. Back would come David Crockett. Jake Whaley, where we heard that name before, slips to the outside, avoids a tackle, finds pay dirt. David Crockett led 7-6. Moving to the second quarter, Whaley tosses a high arcing pass to Adrian Went. You just got to throw it up to the big man.
Yeah,
let him go up and get it. It's 13-6. The Trojans turn to answer. Malachi Isom passes to Zaylen Ferris, who runs all the way for the Mo West touchdown. This game was tied at 13-all. And then Isom dials it up again. This time he connects with Jalen McCullough for yet another West touchdown. They led at the half 20-13. Morristown West will be at home for the first round of the postseason. They win tonight over David Crockett by the final of 46-25. Other scores tonight, it was Tennessee High beating Cott County 40-22. Volunteer was in Elizabethton tonight to take on the Cyclones. This one got out of hand in a hurry. First drive, Elizabethton, Rhett Slagle rolls left, puts it up for Eli Blevins, who goes up, gets it for the nice catch and long gain. Next play, Zeth Mullins takes the handoff, goes in from 25 yards, untouched really, for an early 7-0 lead and a little bit of choreography on the end zone celebration. Hey, hey. The Falcons would be forced to punt on their first possession. Jariah Griffin will field it on his own 35, gets a couple of blocks, cuts all the way back across the field. He's got reservations for 6, and he didn't invite us. 65 yards, stay off the freeway, to score to give the Cyclones a 14-0 lead. As we go to the scoreboard, it looks like this. All Cyclones tonight, 56-0, and Happy Valley over Cumberland Gap, 64-12. Nick?
Hey, that's that party in the end zone we weren't invited to,
right.
Kenny.
Yeah.
In the Region 1 6A, everyone looking up at first place Jefferson County, unbeaten in league action. That includes Dobbins Bennett, who was looking to keep pace with the Patriots by beating William Blount on the road tonight. William Blount looking to reach 500 in region, hosting Dobbins Bennett. DB, they get things going early, though. Austin Sykes going to sling this pass out to Tylen Taylor, and he is going to win the race to the pylon here. Sheds a tackle, and he's going to get there. 7-0 DB. William Blount would look to answer back. Brett Cortez, the QB, he's shifty, calls his own number up the middle. Nothing but green grass, and he runs all the way to the house. We're knotted up at 7. DB would take off from there. Braden Simpson shaking off a defender, finding his way into the end zone, tiptoes in. It's 13-7 Tribe. Then DB breaks out in spooky play. The flea flicker on Friday the 13th. That is scary. Sykes heaves to Keldon Mullins. He's wide open for the touchdown. DB would roll in this one as we go to the board. 46-21. Cloudland staying atop Region 1-1A with a 55-14 win over Cosby. Let's head down to North Greene. It was a slow start for the Huskies tonight, already down 14-0 to Honaker. This pass going to be picked off right here before the end of the half. Looking to get up for that one, denying the home team any points. North Greene would storm back in this one. Second half, Honaker punting, but it'd be blocked. Colton Robbins scoops it up and scores. He's going to get in for 6 there. That puts the Huskies on the board, and they are rolling. Just 2 plays later, the Huskies defense playing a part in the comeback. Darnell Thomas picks off the pass, and he returns this one. Stopped just short of the goal line. Nothing is stopping the team from this close, though. Yeshua Vaught scampers in for the end zone. Touchdown makes it 14-12. The Huskies still down, but they would go for 2. They didn't air it out often, but when they did, it worked. How about a quick slant to Robbins? He gets in for the score. North Greene completes the comeback at home. They go on to win this one by a slim margin, 22-20. Some other scores for you tonight. South Greene, after losing to Happy Valley last night, just sneaking by Eagleton Academy, 20-19. All right, well, that's 5 down, still 11 more to go as we head to Southwest Virginia. But first, the Elizabethton Marching Band to help take us to break.
The show, everyone. Everything tied up at Bullock Park tonight. Union Bears had to take on the rivals at Wythe Central. Union's Rayshawn Anderson kicks tough. Passes the ball to Keith Chandler while the Warriors tried to stop him. He took a dive into the end zone. For the score. The Warriors turn. Zeke O'Quinn passes the ball to and was caught by the Bears defense. Was too strong with the receiver getting taken down by Chandler. Into the first, the Bears wanted to gain some ground. Rayshawn throws long to Paul Huff. He huffs and he puffs, and he brought it down. The Warriors' Nate West giving Union a first down and some advantage in the second as we go to the board. Union continues to roll. They beat Wythe Central tonight by the final of 48-0. It was Grundy over Hurley, 50-34. Let's go to Gate City. An early scare for the Blue Devils. Walker Hillman is a little loose with a rock, and he's going to cough it up. But the Blue Devils able to jump on it first, and possession stays with Gate City. That would be an important recovery. Blue Devils still driving. Quarterback Luke Bledsoe barreling over some defenders, keeping the momentum with the home team. Just 1 play later, the Blue Devils would make Lee pay. Bledsoe keeps it himself, finishes off the nice drive for Gate City. They're up early in this one and would not look back. The ground game working well for Gate City, and it's working for Jude Crawford. Hey, Jude. I had a lot of Jude tonight. Jude. And he's not afraid of contact either. Crawford is pumped up after that one, and so is his Blue Devil teammates as we go to the board. They go on to win this one by the final of 26-19. It was also Thomas Walker beating Twin Valley tonight, 43-8. To Mitchell Stadium for Graham and Lebanon. The G-men begin on the offensive side. Dalton Roberts looks deep. Blake Graham hauls it in, and Graham's up 7-0 quickly. The G-men keep rolling. Roberts fires it deep again. Chris Edwards is wide open for the G-men. Touchdown. They extend the lead. They're up 17-0 in the first. The running game gets some love, though, later. Daniel Jennings crosses across the plane. Graham hitting on all cylinders, up 24-0. Pioneers start to get something going. Mike Reese completes to Toby Baker. Pioneers continue to explore the red zone. Mike Reese stretches across for Lebanon's first touchdown of the night. An extra point. The score is 24-7 as we go to the board. All Graham tonight. That final 59-14. And Richlands in a close one, losing to Virginia High 28-24. Nick?
That score coming with 9 seconds left in that one, Kenny. Hey, a Mountain 7 matchup on Battle Hill. John Battle hosting Ridgeview. The Battle students, hey, they're rearing and ready to go. Home team gets the ball to start the second half. Brayson Hayes flushed out of the pocket. Coulter Scanlon coming off the edge for the big sack. The Wolfpack, they'd get it back, but now it's Battle's turn to play defense. Ryan O'Quinn passing to the boundary. This one is knocked away nicely by Brandon Odom. Beautiful play out there. Brings up fourth down, but the Pack, they'll go for it. Pass play, no one's open. O'Quinn improvises, scrambling through the defense and all the way in for the score. It's 21-0 Ridgeview. The Trojans would respond on the ground. Braden Emerson's going to take the sweep here. Makes one nice cut right there and finds pay dirt. The comeback didn't quite come all the way back as the Trojans fall tonight, 28-12. In Damascus, Holston already taking it to Northwood in the first quarter, 21-0, and the lead is growing. Noah Tweed dropping back, calmly looks left, hits Landon Sanders on the crossing route, another score. It's 27-zip Cavs. Northwood gets a little bit of a drive going here. Austin Graber going to find a crease on the left side, carries for a first down after a nice little stiff arm, but they're forced to punt at the start of the second quarter. Special teams comes through with a huge block and recovery. The Cavaliers in good field position, now down inside the 10, and Merrick Buchanan, he's going to rumble his way in. It's 34-0. This one not too close. Holston goes on to beat Northwood 60-6. Oh, we got 5 more to go as we close out games in Southwest Virginia. But first, the Gate City cheerleaders to help lead us to break.
Welcome back, everyone. Starting off in this game, J.I. Burton already in trouble, taking on George Wythe. Maroons up 30-0. Raiders attempt to punt to the Maroons. However, the ball goes over Lucas Ball's head. He tried to recover it, but a Maroon tidal wave hits him, fumbles, recovered by Wythe's Luke Clark for a first and goal. This is Wythe's Tandon Smith. Passes the ball to Tay Rainey, and there was no stopping him. He runs it all the way to the end zone, 36-0. On the Raiders' turn, there is chaos behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders fumble, getting the ball recovered by the Maroons. This sets up Trey Rainey to zip past the Raiders for an even more impressive run. That touchdown made it 43-0 as we go to the board. George Wythe goes on to beat J.I. Burton tonight by the final of 58-0. Tazewell coming to Marion to take on the Hurricanes. The Bulldogs have a 6-0 lead early in the first quarter. Marion trying to answer back. Reed Osborne looking for an open man, having trouble, so he launches one up. It's anybody's ball. Reese Mullins comes down with it. That's a huge defensive play for Tazewell. Batman, not too pleased with that one. What? So it's back to the Bulldogs, second quarter row. 4th and 10. Carter Creasy gets the snap, looks right, finds Mullins. And the first down, that puts him in the red zone just a few plays later. Creasy again looking to throw, force the ball right, just dumps it off to Walker Patterson right inside the end zone. Tazewell led 38-7 as we go to the board. That would be your final. Tazewell winning 38-7. Nick?
Kenny, thanks. Rural Retreat traveling to Chilhowie High School tonight. All the fun homecoming activities going on at the stadium. Indians have a 14-0 lead after halftime, but out of the half they fumbled the handoff there as a swarm of Warriors get to the ball, recovered by James Nash. Great field position now for Chilhowie. Asher Chapman going to take the snap. Drops back, can't find anyone at first. Finally does hit a receiver, and a catch gets the Warriors all the way down to the 1-yard line, nearly reaching the plane. The Warriors fans loving the second half. On the very next play, handoff to Ian Sturgill. You know he's right there. It might be a little bit easier. That made the score 14-7. Rural Retreat, though, holds on to win as we go to the board. 21-14 is your final. And now we get a little bit of a flair from up in NARS. Honaker visiting Ragsdale Field up there in NARS. That's what they call it, really? Up at NARS up there. That's right, Kenny. Here we go. This one was all Tigers, though. A touchdown here as they go on to score. That's an easy one there for for the Tigers. Another one deep to the outside. Nice pattern and gets to the front of the pylon there as the Tigers are rolling in this one. Kenny, you're not going to believe the score when you see this one on the screen. But as we go to the board, Honaker is all over Narrows, 74-51, as Peyton Music breaking the all-time record for touchdown passes tonight with 55. And so congratulations to him. Hey, that'll do it for our high school football coverage tonight. But if there's a highlight or a score you missed, you can log on to our website, WJHL.com. Shortly after the show, we'll have it up there. When we come back, Kenny wraps up the day in sports. Stay with us.